This weekend we was driving go-kart at the Rudskogen and I went slightly off. Just look here. So this go-kart now needs a clean. And Joseph Aga 9396 comment on one of my previous movies that I should make a movie how to clean the go-kart. That we're gonna do now. Then I'm gonna tell you guys straight away, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Because back in the old days I did it much more properly, but too old for that now. I start with removing the exhaust that I always take off when I'm gonna clean the go-kart. Temp sensor is off and all the springs are off. This exhaust I always also put in with a lot of this type of oil while I'm drying between, because if not it gets really quickly rusty. The engine normally should been taking off, but no time for it for now. There we also have paper in the air intake, so you don't get water in there, because I'm gonna use water. Oh, this is the nice part of it. Ugh. There it can stay, then I can clean it. So what I start with now is actually citrus rinse. Citrus, that's what I'm using on the most ugly spots, like around here, the chain and stuff, where it's a lot of chain spray. We've been blowing everywhere around here. Guys, if you like the movies I make, please subscribe to my channel, because that gives me motivation to make more of these movies. The citrus sense I'm actually getting from my sponsor from Langaker. Same where I get this Bardal spray. It's the type of oil spray this I use on the go-kart. Really good. And this is strong soap avfetting. This we use on the total rest of the go-kart. This is luxus. So this is not how I did it in the old days. Then I was putting the total go-kart apart every time, or most of it, and clean it with this oil spray and paper and stuff. And here comes the super tool. My diesel high pressure water washer. Water on, electricity on. Those going to be changed. This cabinet is not done. I'm actually going to have two of them here. It's going to be much more better and easy. I'm going to heat it up now with cleaning off the Vito at the same time. It takes a little bit of time before the water gets warm. You know? Mange har sagt at de felgene på den Vitoen jævlig kule, og det de. Den kommer fra Dan, min gode venn og sponsor, Dekksjekk. The good thing about this Nilfisk Alto Neptune 2 is that it's not as high pressure as it looks. So to clean a huge car is a little bit too low pressure, but for the go-kart it's perfect, because then I don't want too high pressure. Because then, example, the radiator, if I go like this on this one, I'm going to break it. So I have to keep distance to the radiator on different piece on the go-kart, you know? And the steering wheel, I try to stay away from. I don't want to use this on the steering wheel, because there we have the data logger and stuff, and that don't have to get wet. Round one done. Then we do it a second time. Always have to do it 2 times. You're never gonna manage all the spots. First round. And we do citrus on the hard spots or dirty spots. Second time. You can see here it's not 100% cleaned. Chain clean. And now, when I'm done with the second lap with the high pressure washer, we're going to use this on several spots. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to fill the bearings with this liquid. Difficult to do with one hand, so I'm going to do it without making movie. And when I'm doing one side and turn it around, I do it till it's properly come out on the other side. So you know it's completely full. I actually do it a couple of times also. This oil is also important to get down in the steering rack, here on the clutch arm, or no, not clutch arm, but gear shifter, and on all the uni bolts, like here on the steering rack. You need to have this also inside here on the, not on the brake pads, but in where the piston is coming out, because when you do the high pressure washer, you get water places you don't actually want to have it. Also inside the bearing there, but I have to use a longer pin later on. Pedals, we need a little bit of this. Down there on those uni bolts. When all the spots with bearing and stuff is filled with this one, we actually do this. We do the complete go-kart, and this is gonna dry off later. Now I also do the brake disc and stuff, but this I have to clean with brake clean liquid later on. This is because I don't want to have rust on every part on the go-kart. This we do because after when I clean this off, the go-kart gonna shine. It's gonna shine like it's new. After I used up almost all of that one, kom igjen da! Boom! There we go. I'm gonna use the brake cleaner that we use on the brakes. This is also important to check now. I need some light to look inside of the piston there. Then I use an old towel, old håndkle. I start to clean off the BD50 oil liquid. This is actually a lot of work, takes time. Start to look shiny, eh? Shiny and nice again. This is how we like it. Now I'm gonna push it down there to the sun, and it's gonna dry. But normally, if you should do this 100%, you take off the engine, you clean underneath it, around it properly, you do the wheels off, brake pads out. Yeah, and you can do it much more properly than this actually. But I don't have time to do that every time, so I do that every second week or something. I do take more of the parts off and clean it properly. Because now last week I raced or drove 4 days in a week, or 3, and it's going to be the same this week, so I'm going to drive 3 days in a row, so I cannot do this. I don't know, no time to do this every day properly. That's why I do it a little bit simple. As you guys know, I think that's it actually. Short movie, but that's how I clean my go-kart. Hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe, because that's giving me more boost to make more movies. I think actually I'm going to make a movie later on how to change go-kart tires, because that's a little bit tricky. Probably that's a good movie to make. Till next time, flat out.